Mr. Barrow wants to tell you about something in my past, my lady. A few years ago, I worked in London as a lady's maid for a Mrs. Benton who lived with her husband in Ovington Square. I was there for about 6 months, and then
You what?
I took some jewellery belonging to the mistress. A necklace, a couple of bracelets, some rings.
You took them?
I tried to make it look like a burglary, but it didn't work.
And Mrs. Benton reported the theft.
It took me up a few hours later. My fingerprints were everywhere. And to make it worse, I never gave the stolen things back.
Why not?
Because by then I didn't have them.
Mel, delighted you could make it. Let me get you a glass of wine on the house.
Darling, I'm sorry I'm late.
Good meeting.
Very good. Fergus sold his show to the States, and so he insisted that we all have some champagne, and then we went to the pub to celebrate.
Did you?
Anyway, where's the party? It's like a bloody morgue in here.
Actually, I'll get you some water instead.
No, I don't want water. I don't like water. Sorry.
Mel, have you met Michael's father, Ambrose?
How do you do?
And his business partner, Colin?
He's told me all about you. You're the gay ones. But shh, because Michael doesn't know.
Is she upset, is he? I mean, it's not really her fault, so...
No, you're right. It's not really her fault, is it? Because really, it's your fault, isn't it? Really.
The thing is, I've worked out what you can say. You say the laptop was stolen and someone with a grudge against
Stop
Tommy...
lying. It's all you do. All day long. Lie after lie. I take one day off work, and you take it upon yourself to run my business into the ground. And now I have to lie to everyone because I'm too embarrassed to admit that I live with someone who has the mental age of a 4-year-old.
That was the door.
Oh, was it? Well, why don't you go and see if you can open it without cocking that up as well?
So you're at the restaurant, no one turns up. What happens next?
I get the message, I go home.
Well, I don't believe that's true. Owen Thorne tagged having a laugh in the city centre when he should have been with you in the restaurant. This is rubbing it in, isn't it?
I didn't care. I just went home.
You told him you were coming for a showdown.
No, like I say, I went home.
You phoned him 7 times in 10 minutes. You were at the scene.
No.
You were upset.
I didn't give a damn.
And you'd gone to confront him.
How would I do that? Have you seen the size of him? And the size of me?
Hannah's also told us you have a history of attempted suicide, is that right? So did you threaten to throw yourself off the top of that car park, love? Is that why Owen was at the barrier?
He sat next to me. I don't know how he slipped. He says he caught you in his trailer sniffing his shoes.
Yeah.
Is that how you get your kicks?
It was an essential part of the investigation.
You better explain that to Jason Donovan because he thinks you're a dirty little shoe sniffer.
Well, I've been called a hell of a lot worse than that.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
You should hear what we call you.
Should I?
Probably not.
Do it.
Johnny's father and mother were badly off, poor dears. Never did a thing to the house. And when we came back from India, Johnny couldn't afford to either. That's why the place is falling down, and that's why we take in PGs.
PGs?
Paying guests. Oh, good boy. I say, do you mind me slicing these in here? The smell in the kitchen is just completely unacceptable.
Not at all, madame. Perhaps I should tell you a little bit more about myself.
Huh?
I am a detective.
Are you?
Oui, oui.
Oh.
Hercule Poirot, and I am here to investigate the murder of Mrs. McGinty.
Ouch. Ooh.
And these straws and grapes are...
Carmen Miranda.
Oh, you want a hand?
Okay.
Joe,
Yeah.
well, there's no easy way to say this, but I think you're drinking a bit too much.
Is that so?
During the day sometimes.
Been counting my units, have you?
No.
I'm working all the hours God sends. I never see my son, unless he's asleep. We have a part-time nanny now, and he already knows her better than me. He can say stuff in Macedonian, but not mummy.
I understand.
No, you don't. You don't understand a thing. If you understood, you wouldn't be sat there right now reading me a sermon about the one thing that just about keeps my head above water.
I'm sorry if it sounded brutal. I felt an obligation to say something.
Well, you've said it. Thanks, Danny. Your conscience is clear, so now bugger off and let me finish this.
Okay. Sorry.
Baxter,
Lady,
I've thought a lot about what you told me yesterday, and I still think you should report Mr. Coyle.
I won't, lady. And if that makes a difference...
It won't. You may stay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.